Hey, the Fed says no hike in interest rates, and the Dow remains green for the day along with the bank index. This is the Meerkat in for Vacationing D7, here for the broad market review for the 3rd of May 2017. Well, let's take a look at the numbers here. The SPY did drop down about 0.12%. Dow did stay up just by a fraction. The Qs, however, did take a hit, minus 0.23%, with Apple missing last night on earnings. Then we had the small caps here at minus 0.62. Bank did stay up after the Fed announcement. Boom, they were up at plus 0.65. And the financials were also up 0.8%. So very strong on the financials when the Fed decided not to increase interest rates this month. The VIX, however, did pop up. I mean, it was so low here. It's still at 10.68. Even though it was up almost 1%, it was much higher earlier in the day. The dollar dropped just slightly, and the oil, it bounced off its 6-month low from yesterday, just a fraction here, and it did go a little bit lower, but then ended up just slightly positive today on oil. Gold and silver, bam, bam, bam. And we'll take a look at those charts in a few minutes. And the trend trade is not on for you Grok star traders out there. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the SPY here. Now let's take a look here. Got some feedback over the weekend that I needed to do a little bit more on what Des has been doing with the different calls. So here we are. We have a call right now long here as we are in this bull flag on the markets, and boom, it broke out. And now it's just high basing here. And take a look. It's on lower than average volume. So that's more bullish than it is bearish here on the SPY right now as we high base with lower volume. How about the Dow? Very similar here. We were in a bull flag. It broke out. We had to call on go long, and sure enough, here, take a look at volume. Very low on volume, even with all these earnings. It is up high basing on low volume. That's more bullish than bearish. So the call long is still on. Then we've got the Nasdaq. And look at this. Boom, 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 boom. It hit all-time high yesterday, and then today just pulled off of those highs a little bit. Now, again, Apple did have a report last night and did miss, but tonight, Facebook exceeded earnings, and it exceeded revenues, and it was down about 1%. Tesla reported today it lost more money than it was expected to, but it was up about 1% after in post-market. So go figure, folks. But did you know that Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, and Tesla, those 5 stocks in the Nasdaq 100 make up 50% of the market cap. 50%, those 5 stocks. Pretty incredible. So when they move down, it does pull the overall indexes down. Let's take a look here at the small caps. They're looking a little more rough here. It was in a very tight range here all the way back to in November, and it did pop up to a brand new high here right at the end of the week, and now it just keeps slipping. I'm about ready to put a sell order on that one, just about ready to put sell on that. Not quite yet. Did have increased volume as it broke down below these moving averages and to the support line, which goes back to here was resistance, and it did tag it here as well. Back here it was resistance, and back here it was resistance, and resistance. So we do have a support and resistance line, but it closed below it today. Let's go ahead. Let's put on that the bearish call on that. Right now here, that would be on the small caps. Here we go. Bank here, we're currently in a buy signal on bank. It came down here, was basing, and then today when the Fed announced it, it pulled back up here. So this one is still in limbo, not ready to call anything short on that yet. Same thing with financials on the financial sector, XFS. Here we go. It's right there, closing above the 100. It still needs to get above this 50 moving average here and the $24 on both of those. Let's take a look here at the VIX. Just very low here, below 11. That is extremely low. If you go back here in time, we haven't been below 11 for very long, in a long time. Back in time, you can go several years, and we haven't been this low, and so on. So there's no fear in the markets. Let's take a look here at the U.S. dollar, and we had a sell on it. Bam, bam, bounce. Well, I'm ready to put a buy on that one now. Let's clone that one and move it on over here. ready for buy on that there. It's this 200 moving average, boy, boom, and now let's get ready to go long on that. Oil, now just before Des went on vacation, he put a buy on oil, and then bamity bam bam, we're down to 6-month lows here now. We're back down here right to 6 months lows on oil, so we'll have to see if it bounces off of this this support area or not. Not willing to make a call on that one quite yet. How about gold? We had a sell order on gold, bam bam bam, and we're sitting here right at the 200 moving average, and bam, and now it's closed below this support line from here and here. It closed below, so I am not going to put a buy on that one. And then we've got silver. Oh my goodness, silver, 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 silver. Now before Des left on vacation, he thought he might put a buy on this, but clearly it has fallen out of bed here below all support areas. That's it. So the markets are still in high base, and we're looking at low volume, so that is very more bullish than it is bearish, except for the small caps. They're breaking down, and I just put a sell on the small caps. This is Mark the Meerkat. Have a great trading week and trade well.